In the previous video, I showed you how to use the log button on your calculator. But the thing is, this log button on your calculator is always defaulted to the base of 10. So it always works to the base of 10. So you can only use this graph here. You can only solve it when it's 10 to the power of something. So you can solve something like this: 10 to the power of what? Equals, I don't know, 733. You see, then you can just use the log button. You would just punch you would push the log button and then punch in 733 here and then press equal. That then will give you your answer. Or if you have 10 to the power of what equals, I don't know, 275, say, then you can just punch in log 275 here, and this here would be your answer. Yeah, you see, this log button is only it's only good when you have 10 to the power of x. What happens if I were to ask you this? How would you go about solving this? So 7 to the power of what gives you 1200. You see, looking at this, so this here is your graph of y equals 7 to the power of x here. You see, 1200 is right here. 1200 is right here. So it's somewhere here. So the answer is between 3 and 4. So it's going to be 3 point something. But you see, you can't use your log button here, because if you you can't use your log button because if you have something like this, if you have 10 to the power of what equals 1, 2, whatever here. So here, so here, then this one here, you can use your log button. You would just punch in log, and then the calculator will default it to the base of 10, 1, 2, 0, 0 here, and then equals something here. So when you translate this, it will be 10. Looking at this here, when you translate it, it will be 10 to the power of what will give me 1, 2, 0, 0 here. So here the calculator will automatically give you this here, because you're working in base 10. But then here we've got base 7 here. So to solve this here, you won't I'm about to show you how you solve this here, but you won't fully understand why it works. But it's quite simple to do. But it's quite tricky to understand why it truly works. But for the time being, just accept that it works. So here, to solve this here, what you do is you log both sides. So you log both sides. So log this. So when you have an equation, when one thing equals another thing, you've got yourself an equation. When you have an equation, you can add equally, take away equally, times equally, differentiate equally, blah blah equally. Well, you can also take the log equally as well. So log both sides. So that would be log base 10, and then for some reason this x here goes down here. So this one here would be, when you log both sides, for some reason the x goes down here, so it would be log base 10, and then the 7 here, and then on this side here you log base 10 of this thing here. You see, I don't know why, but yeah, this x here goes out here. Just accept that it does for the time being. Okay, accept that it does. So from here you would log both sides. That would then give you this, and at the moment you've got this bubble multiplying with this bubble here to give you this bubble here. So what you do is get x on its own. So divide both sides by this. So x equals log. Well, I'm going to ignore the 10, because it's when there's no base here, it's going to be log to the base 10. So I'm just going to write this over log 7 here. So x here would be you getting your calculator and working this out. Remember, it's like to the base 10 here, and get your calculator, work out this bubble, and then get your calculator, work out this bubble, and then get this bubble divided by this thing here. That will then give you x. Okay, so let me give you another quick example here. So what is 8 to the power of what will give us this thing here. So here what you do is you log both sides, and when you log both sides, this thing here goes out here, and then you've got your log So the x goes down here. Okay, so here log both sides, so that will then give you this. So here you've got one bubble multiplying with another bubble, and then this is like one number. This is like one number. This is like one number. So to get x on its own, divide this to both sides. So that will give you this. So get your calculator. So yeah, so it will work with log. Well, it doesn't matter. You don't actually need the 10 there. It will default it as 10. So get your calculator, work this out, and then get this divided by this, and then that will give you your x. Okay. So solving, yeah. So try to solve this on your own here, and the answer should be between 3 and 4. So when given this here, log both sides, so that will then give you this log well to the base 10, but you don't need to put that 10 in there. And then log base 10, but you don't need to put the 10 in there. So that will then give you this, and then get x on its own. So divide both sides by log 7. So x equals log 1200. And remember, you don't fully understand at this stage. You don't fully understand why it works, but it's quite easy to do. I mean, if you were given this here without using log, it's really difficult to solve this. So yeah. Just bear in mind that you don't fully understand why this x here goes in front, but just accept it for the time being. Just accept that it is a technique at the moment. It's just a technique. You don't really understand why it works, but it works. Okay.